Illinois and ISU football. Fall camps open with high expectations. Get ready for the gridiron action as college football returns to Central Illinois with a bang. Both Illinois and Illinois State University, ISU, are gearing up for their fall football camps, and the excitement is palpable. The anticipation is high for both teams, with fans and players alike eager to see what this season has in store. But here's where it gets controversial. While both teams have high expectations, their paths to success are quite different. Let's dive in and explore the unique journeys of these two teams. Illinois is coming off an impressive 10-win season, capped off with a thrilling victory in the Citrus Bowl over South Carolina. With 18 out of 22 starters returning, the Illini are poised to make a strong run in the Big Ten. The preseason poll has them ranked 4th, which is a testament to their potential. Head coach Brett Bielema acknowledges the newfound Illinois football 2025 top wide receiver breakout candidates and projections. Who will rise as Illinois' next star wide receiver in 2025? That's the question on every Illini fan's mind, because let's be honest, last season's receiving core played a huge role in the offense's success. With seasoned playmakers like Pat Bryant and Zachary Franklin leading the charge, we saw quarterback Luke Altmyer flourish. But here's the twist. Both of those veteran receivers have moved on to the pros. So now, Altmyer must forge new connections and find reliable targets to keep the offense humming. Let's break down the current state of Illinois' wide receiver room, spotlight potential breakout players, and tackle the big debate. Who will step up and shake up the game this year? A fresh face for the wide receiver group. There's no denying it. Illinois' wide receiver lineup looks remarkably different from a year ago, especially after losing key names. Even so, the Illini returned 7 receivers from last season, keeping some familiarity in the mix. At the forefront is Hank Beatty, the highest-producing retuning receiver. Beatty stood out last year for his ability to make clutch grabs during tense moments, a skill all good teams desperately need. In the Citrus Bowl victory against South Carolina, he finished on a high note, hauling in 4 receptions for 90 yards. Can Beatty elevate further and become the go-to guy this season? Next up is Colin Dixon, an especially intriguing talent for Illinois. Dixon took a big step forward in his redshirt freshman campaign, earning significant playing time and ultimately a starting slot alongside Bryant and Franklin. While his season stats, just 18 catches, don't leap off the page, the numbers don't tell the whole story. Dixon flashed major potential, reeling in a 27-yard pass in the Citrus Bowl's crucial moments and securing a 38-yard reception against Northwestern. Impressively, he caught at least 1 pass in 11 out of 12 games. For some, that's proof enough he could be ready for a starring role. But here's where it gets controversial. Can Dixon truly fill the shoes of departed stars and not just be a steady presence, but a game changer? One of the biggest wild cards is Malik Elzy, a former 4-star recruit who's had a slow start, registering only 9 catches in 2 seasons. But this could be the year everything changes for Elzy, given the open competition and greater opportunities. Will he finally transform that potential into production? Other returners, Alexander Kapka-Jones, Ashton Hollins, Mario Sanders, and Tycian Griffin, currently project as depth options, likely contributing on special teams and occasional rotation rather than as primary threats. A new wave, wide receiver transfers inject talent. Here's the part most people overlook. Illinois isn't relying solely on homegrown talent. The coaching staff, led by Brett Bielema, turned to the transfer portal and landed 2 promising wideouts who could immediately tilt the depth chart. Hudson Clement arrives as a redshirt junior from West Virginia, bringing both skill and proven productivity. Last year, in a tough Power 4 environment, Clement caught 51 passes for 741 yards and 5 touchdowns. His versatility is a major asset. He can line up both outside and in the slot, making it tough for defenders to predict where he'll pop up next. Justin Bowick, the other newcomer, comes over from Ball State. Bowick's size alone, 6'4", 200 pounds, makes him a matchup nightmare. While he only saw action in 4 games last year, he made them count. An 8-catch, 171-yard, 1-touchdown game against Miami, Ohio, followed by a 7-catch, 148-yard, 2-touchdown performance before redshirting. The numbers hint at explosive upside, the kind Illinois desperately needs. So who claims the spotlight? Here's where the debate really heats up. Which receiver will emerge as the go-to playmaker? With so much competition and new faces in the mix, predicting a clear winner is no easy task. My take: offensive coordinator rotations will be frequent, but Hudson Clement and Colin Dixon seem likely to lock down 2 starting spots from day one. The third receiver role, particularly in 3-receiver formations, might be a fierce battle between Bowick and Elzy. Meanwhile, expect Hank Beatty to get opportunities in the slot and continue contributing as a dynamic punt returner, an often underrated way to tilt the field. Many predict Clement will tally the most catches and yards. However, Dixon could be stealthily set up for the biggest overall impact. He brings valuable versatility, able to block, work both outside and inside, and become the reliable option Altmaier turns to in pressure moments. Imagine Dixon making a Casey Washington-type leap, the kind that makes him indispensable to the offense. Last season, Altmaier developed solid chemistry with Dixon, which can fuel a breakout trajectory that cements him as a fan favorite. But let's stir the pot. Is it too soon to crown Dixon the next great Illini wideout? Do transfers like Clement or Bowick have an even higher ceiling than the returning players? Are there sleeper names fans should watch more closely? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with the likely pecking order, or do you see a surprise star about to emerge? Drop your opinions, bold predictions, or dissent in the comments. This WR debate is just getting started. Illinois football receivers ready to replace playmakers in 2025. Big Ten depth, new leaders. Illinois football is gearing up for another promising season, aiming to build on their impressive 10-win record and Citrus Bowl victory from last year. But the road ahead is not without its challenges. In Champaign, Illinois, the team is facing a significant transition as they prepare for fall camp. 2 of their star wide receivers, Pat Bryant and Zachary Franklin, have moved on, leaving big shoes to fill. The Illini are now tasked with finding new playmakers who can step into these roles and continue the team's momentum. To address this gap, the receiver corps has welcomed 2 transfers, Justin Bowick and Hudson Clement, alongside returning players Alex Kapka-Jones, Hank Beatty, Malik Elzy, and Colin Dixon. This blend of newcomers and veterans is expected to bring a fresh dynamic to the team. But it also means the receivers will need to gel quickly and establish a new leader on the field. And this is the part most people miss. Despite being one of the least experienced groups in the Big Ten, the receivers are confident in their depth and readiness to take on the challenge. They are determined to leverage the lessons learned from Bryant and Franklin, ensuring that the team's success continues. But here's where it gets controversial. Some critics argue that the loss of such key players could hinder the team's performance. What do you think? Can the Illini receivers rise to the occasion, or will the inexperience show? Share your thoughts in the comments.